It is smaller than your hand, it weighs less than a golf ball, and it carries enough venom to kill 26 adult humans in minutes. But here is the thing that makes this animal truly terrifying. You will not feel a thing when it bites you. No pain, no warning, just silence as your body slowly stops working from the inside out. This is the blue-ringed octopus. And the question is this: how does something so impossibly small become one of the most lethal creatures on the entire planet? Stay with me, because the answer is stranger than you think. The blue-ringed octopus makes its home in the tide pools and coral reefs of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, from Japan all the way down to southern Australia. These are busy places: snorkelers, divers, children wading in shallow water. And that is exactly the problem. This animal does not hide in the deep, dark corners of the ocean where most deadly creatures live. It sits in ankle-deep water, in rock pools you could step into on a summer afternoon. There are actually 4 recognized species of blue-ringed octopus. The most well-known is Hapalochlaena lunulata, the greater blue-ringed octopus. But all 4 carry the same lethal cargo. They are small, usually somewhere between 12 and 20 centimeters, including the tentacles, roughly the size of a tennis ball. Some are even smaller, and for most of the time, they are completely unremarkable to look at. Brown, dull, easy to miss. That camouflage is the first part of what makes them so dangerous. You do not notice them until it is already too late. But when the blue-ringed octopus feels threatened, that changes. Instantly, dramatically. 60 or more electric blue rings light up across its body. They pulse, they glow. In the animal kingdom, this pattern has one meaning: back away. This is called aposematism, a biological warning label. You see it in poison dart frogs, in venomous snakes, in certain caterpillars. Bright color equals danger. It is one of nature's oldest rules. And yet, people still pick up blue-ringed octopuses every single year, because it looks beautiful. Those rings are mesmerizing. And some people simply do not know what they are looking at. That moment of curiosity can cost them their life. Here is what happens when a blue-ringed octopus bites you. First, almost nothing. The bite is so small, so precise, that most victims do not even realize it happened. No pain, a small mark on the skin, sometimes barely visible. And then, the venom begins to move. Within minutes, you start to feel numbness, first at the bite site, then spreading. Your lips tingle, your tongue goes heavy, your vision blurs. And then the most terrifying part begins. Your muscles stop responding to your brain. You are fully conscious. You can think, you can hear, you can see. But you cannot move. You cannot breathe on your own. And if no one is there to keep air moving into your lungs, you suffocate, aware of every second. There is no antivenom. Not a single one exists in the world. The only treatment is immediate rescue breathing, manually keeping the victim alive until the toxin clears their system. That can take 4 to 24 hours. The venom has a name: tetrodotoxin, abbreviated TTX, and it is not even produced by the octopus itself. That is one of the most remarkable facts about this animal. The tetrodotoxin is manufactured by bacteria living inside the octopus, in its salivary glands, its skin, its eggs. The octopus is essentially a living weapon built around a colony of toxic microorganisms. Tetrodotoxin works by blocking sodium channels in nerve cells. In simple terms, it cuts communication between your brain and your body. Your heart can keep beating on its own for a while, but your diaphragm, the muscle that drives your breathing, that stops responding. And without breathing, the clock starts ticking. The venom is considered roughly 1,000 times more toxic than cyanide by weight. A single blue-ringed octopus carries enough to kill 26 adult humans, and it can deliver that venom in a bite smaller than a pinprick. This toxin also appears in other animals: pufferfish, certain starfish, some salamanders, but none of them combine it with the camouflage, the beauty, and the shallow water habitat of the blue-ringed octopus. None of them are quite this accessible, quite this hidden in plain sight. The octopus uses its venom for more than defense. It hunts with it. When a blue-ringed octopus spots a crab or a shrimp, It moves in fast. It wraps its arms around the prey, then delivers a single bite, often to a joint in the exoskeleton where the shell is thin. The tetrodotoxin floods in almost immediately. The prey is paralyzed within seconds, no struggle, no escape. The octopus then pulls it in and begins to feed, using its beak, a hard, sharp structure like a parrot's, to break through the shell. For something this small, it is a remarkably efficient and ruthless predator. It does not need size, it does not need strength. It has chemistry, and chemistry in this case wins every time. Despite being one of the world's most venomous animals, the blue-ringed octopus is still not fully understood. Researchers are studying how the bacteria produce tetrodotoxin and whether that relationship can teach us something about venom evolution more broadly. Because this is not a simple predator-prey story. This is a three-way relationship: bacteria, octopus, and the ocean environment itself. There is also ongoing research into whether tetrodotoxin, in controlled doses, could have medical applications, specifically in pain management. The very compound that kills by blocking nerve signals could, in theory, be used to block pain signals in certain patients. The deadliest venom in the tide pool might one day appear in a hospital. And perhaps most unsettling, scientists believe there may be blue-ringed octopus populations and behaviors we still have not documented. In a creature this small, this well-camouflaged, this widespread, the ocean keeps its secrets. So we come back to the question: how does something this small become one of the most lethal animals on Earth? The answer is not strength, not size, not even the venom alone. Plenty of animals are venomous. The answer is the combination. Camouflage so good you do not see it coming. A bite so painless you do not know it happened. A toxin so fast and so complete that by the time you understand what is wrong, the window for saving your life is already closing. And it does all of this without aggression. The blue-ringed octopus is not hunting you, it is not territorial toward humans. Every recorded bite has come from an animal that felt cornered or was picked up. This animal does not want a confrontation. It simply cannot afford to lose one. That is perhaps the most sobering thought. You are not prey. You are not a threat it is trying to eliminate. You are just in the way. And that indifference is somehow more frightening than any predator that is actively hunting. The blue-ringed octopus is proof that in nature, danger does not announce itself with size or sound or fury. Sometimes it glows quiet and beautiful in a tide pool, waiting for you to make the wrong move. If you found this unsettling, in the best possible way, subscribe. We go deep into the animals that remind us how little we actually control out there. Next time, we look at an animal that has survived 5 mass extinctions, outlasted the dinosaurs, and is more dangerous today than it has ever been. You will not want to miss it.